ya van días y varias semanas.
He hasn't given no response, and it's been days, and it's been weeks, and he What do you think, Sarah, this canyon right here?
It's absolutely incredible. I haven't been to Tijuana in a lot of years, and seeing how wide open it is. I mean, I don't know if you could turn the camera around and show everyone just how wide open it is. It's incredible.
A couple of questions. So. Rashida, what is your opinion on the massive child trafficking that is happening? Y espero logren su objetivo de la justicia a su país. Luchen por su país. Say the best, basically fight for your country. Están bloqueando el acceso. ¡Viva! La Policía Federal o la autoridad nos está deteniendo el acceso y nos está deteniendo el paso para poder cruzar hacia el Zócalo, señores.
How's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue for Border Negro News and America's Voice News and different outlets. How's everybody doing? Thank you so much for joining me on this morning, on this, I believe that is 27th of May. It's 10:36 in the morning over here and West Coast time. We are broadcasting you to everybody from Tijuana, Mexico, live from our country of Tijuana, Mexico. So God bless our country of Mexico, our city of Tijuana, and God bless the United States of America. Let's thank God for giving us 2 legs, 2 arms, a mind that we can think, a heart that we can feel, and eyes that we can see. Thank you so much for joining. Share this live feed. Like those videos and share it and click. We're live on YouTube, and also we're live on Facebook on both platforms. So, share this live feed, and, let's break those algorithms by liking the page and also ultimately by sharing the video. The title of the video, as a Mexican citizen living in Mexico and knowing what we're going through right now, that is not only, humanitarian crisis, what the continent of America is going through right now, but ultimately, we, as a Mexican, I can tell you that we're going through an insecurity crisis that is the most important for us. The insecurity crisis, it is horrible in our country of Mexico. It is horrible, as I have shown in the past days. A head hanging at a bridge, human remains outside of the military stations. It is undeniably a reality that we have a problem on the other side of the fence. That is the United States and Mexico. They have a problem on the other side, and our Mexican president has been incompetent, has been, incapable of controlling the violence and controlling the enormous influx of people. Not only that, ultimately, the Biden administration and also, the inevitable effect of the globalists trying to push this to the United States of America, and the Biden administration also ultimately, pushing this narrative of immigration into their country by just coming in through normal open gates and open gaps in the country of the United States of America. It is the subject of today, and a lot of people are from the left. They're not going to like it. A lot of people say, Oscar, you're really slant to the right. I'm not. I'm in the middle. So let me just tell you this. What my right now, the name of the topic, it is a crisis. That is the name of the topic of this live feed. And I just want to say, if you guys haven't seen the live feeds that my partner Anthony Agüero is doing right now on the United States of America side, that they have that privilege of being walking around in these kind of places without being in harmful situations or difficult situations, or risking their lives in a difficult way. They are broadcasting you right now the reality in raw news about what they are finding at the border. Yesterday, Anthony shared a video of family crossing a river, and there was man, it is just heartbreaking how as I have mentioned before, it is just heartbreaking how the refugee and asylum business has become the most lucrative business in the world. It is the most lucrative business in the world. The asylum and refugee seeking, it is what it is, people. Whether you like it or you don't like it, it is just the most lucrative business in the world. And we are, on the other side, we are right here in Mexico, and we have seen that so many times. Not in the US, we have seen it in Mexico, and now you're seeing it, how the United States of America, and slowly, little by little, for everybody that does not like the truth, you better step out of this live feed, because I'm just going to give it to you directly. The United States now, slowly, little by little, is being controlled by the organized crime. It's being controlled by the organized crime. Little by little, every border of the United States of America, little by little, is given in. And also the law in the United States of America is weakening little by little, and it is being controlled by the organized crime. And it is unbelievable that we are watching these families, how they're crossing, sadly, families with kids, man. Families with kids, families with children, families with unaccompanied minors, families that they are suffering. Yes, they are, but they're being used. A lot of people don't understand that, because a lot of people go into live feeds and they start, this is our tax dollar. This is our tax dollar. We're paying for this. This is our. You don't see the big ish. You don't see the big window. You only see the tax dollar, the tax dollar. It is not that, people. It is not the tax dollar. It is how they are using human beings as a product. That's the number one thing that you need to watch and you need to understand, that human beings are now a product for these globalist organizations like the United Nations, ACNUR, and these leftist communist people that they want no sovereign nation. It is a product. And who is mastering the product? Who is developing the product? Who is doing the labor? The nonprofit organizations, the NGOs, these activist groups, the cartels. Who's in charge? The boss. Who's the boss of this labor? Who's the boss of the product? The president, the leaders of the world, the elite, the globalists. Those are the ones. But it's unbelievable how people are being used. It is just, they think, and I have been broadcasting these for 3 years, showing how these people come to the border and say, like, they told me it was open. They told me that it was going to be open. They told me that everything was going to be all right, that they were going to receive me. Where is that? And it is not like that. They go through a horrible travesty, child trafficking, abuse of women, rape. I have been, for the past week, I have said this for the past week. There is a migrant camp right here in Tijuana that is called Camp Hope. That is, a migrant camp that has given a lot of problems to the population that lives close to the border. A lot of problems because that migrant camp has, has abuse, has violence, drug distribution, sexual activity. MS-13s are in there controlling. They're taxing people to live on their tents. They're also taxing people to put a little store if they want to sell it. Well, it is a complete disaster. Where's the Mexican Authority, by the way? Holy cow. Where is it? Oh, my God. Where is the Mexican Authority? And because that migrant camp is really close to the port of entry of San Isidro, that is the biggest port of entry of vehicle entry in the world, that is in Tijuana, and the most transitated port of entry, a lot of people are crossing illegally through the port of entry. And again, people, yesterday, again, the group of migrants tried to cross irregularly through the vehicle port of entry. What does this cause? It causes an effect on the people that they're crossing every day to the United States to go to work. So they slow down the pace of the lane. The United States Customs say, okay, now we got to do a meticulous inspection, and now we got to do this, and now we got to do that. But for the left in the United States of America and the left in Mexico, this is not a crisis. What you guys have seen yesterday, Will Johnson, Ben Berquam, Anthony Agüero broadcasting you, bringing you children's shoes, bringing you women's clothing, and all that kind of stuff that they're throwing out as soon as they cross. It is just unbelievable how Biden has the audacity to say that he has control of the border. For God's sake, you don't have control squat, man. Control of the borders, you have control of the United States and control of the other side of Mexico. That is a border. A border is two sides. It's not just your side. It's two sides, brother. And you don't have it controlled. The organized crime has it controlled. You don't have it. If you had it, we didn't have these evidence yesterday of children crossing through a river, crying. An elderly lady crossing to a river, crying. People risking their lives, crying. Children getting kidnapped. Women getting raped along the travesty of the way of migrant. And this is why the globalist compact of immigration, it is a broken system. It does not work. It does not. That is not the correct way to migrate. It is unbelievable. How's everybody doing? Thank you for joining. God bless you. Thank you, every single one of you, for joining in. Share this video out. As I try to share this video. I get censored a lot, but God bless you all for you joining. Buy Me a Coffee is on top of the link. If you guys want to contribute to our work, our independent reporting, Buy Me a Coffee is on top of the link. Also, PayPal, it is right there on the description box. We're live on YouTube, and also we're live on Facebook. So let me just bring you back, because I'm just trying to let you guys know what happened. This is what happened this is what happened. I believe that it was April. This is what happened in April. So you will see right here. Again, I will play this video because something happened yesterday. Again, this is United States Customs at the port of entry running to get, people that they're crossing illegally to the United States in the vehicle port of entry. This is what happens. The vehicle gets stopped, the line gets stopped, and it make it a hassle for people to cross to the United States. These are Tijuana citizens that they are U.S. citizens, but they live in Tijuana and they cross every day to go to work. Also, United States citizens that they're not Mexican citizens, but they live over here and they cross every day to go to work because the cost of living in California is really expensive. So they come and live in Mexico and they cross every day. This irregular crossings, what they make is they make the life more difficult of every single person that is making 5 hours to cross every day to the other side. 5 hours to go to work. If you start your job at 8 o'clock in the morning, you got to wake up at 2 to make a line at 3 o'clock in the morning to cross and be just on time at 8 o'clock in the morning, 5 hours of late. First video. This is a second video, which another migrant got rushed right here. It is a female migrant that she got rushed because there was a group of people that try to cross illegally, again, through the vehicle port of entry, which these people, they don't understand the process of asylum. This is why this is a broken system. This is why the United Nations is doing a horrible job on educating migrants on how to cross legally and documented peacefully and with a purpose through a port of entry. A lot of them, they are doing it correctly. A lot of them, they are doing it incorrectly. And this is an incorrect way, as you can see how this woman got rushed by the customs because they were practically, we don't know the story before that, We don't know if the customs told him to stop. We don't know if the customs told her, to stop right there. Don't move. Don't go. Don't walk. Stay right there. Nobody's talking about this story. But this is the continuous effect that a lot of people don't know, that after these kind of situations, the line to cross to the United States gets really slow. Really, really slow. Really slow. So I shown this video. This has been for the past weeks. What happened yesterday? Again, people. Again yesterday. And oh my God, this is, for God's sake, this is getting out of hand. This is an article released in Tijuana by Uniradio Informa. And it said that it was released on the 27th of May. And it says right here, they closed the border of San Isidro because a group of migrants intended to cross. Again, this is a continuous effect. When are they going to the Mexican government? When is they going to understand that this migrant camp that is located in El Chaparral, it is causing problems at the border? More than 1,500 migrants are located at a migrant camp that is in El Chaparral, and nobody is doing anything about it. Holy cow, when? When are they going to clear up that space? Tijuana right now in the state of Baja California, we are on election. We are on election time. There's elections for governor, for mayor, for district, for all this kind of stuff. That's why nobody wants to get involved in this. In the meantime, it is causing so many problems that you see all the lanes that they were closed. And the article says it was written by Octavio Favela. And it says a group of people, migrants, intended to cross early in the morning this Thursday through the vehicle port of entry of the doors 23, 24, and 25. The international port of entry that connects from Tijuana to San Isidro, that is the first city of San Diego, California. And the video, it says, that is published on social media. And this is the video right here. This is just, it's just too much, people. It's getting to a point that is too much. So the port of entry is closed right here. You see lanes being closed. And there you have it. There you go. Look at all that. All mail. Again. Again, trying to cross again through a vehicle port of entry. Let me play this video. I'm trying to expand the image so people can watch the image. But this happened again. There's a migrant camp. Let me tell you something. There's a migrant camp close to this vehicle port of entry that is called El Chaparral. El Chaparral is a pedestrian port of entry. This pedestrian port of entry has more than 1,500 migrants camping outside. Camping outside of the migrant camp. Instead of these people going to shelters, that a lot of them have left this migrant camp, instead of these people going to shelters like Pastor Alberto, Shelter Agape, Pastor Banda, shelter, another shelter that has a lot of people right now, has more than 1,200 people. It is Ambassadors of Jesus. Instead of going to Don Chema, the Juventud 2000, they are in this camp where they're suffering. And they don't leave them no option. They don't leave them no option but to try to intend to cross illegally through a vehicle port of entry that is incorrectly. And look at this video. Again, I will show this video how you will see Border Patrol agents arresting the immigrants as they are trying to cross. This is lane number 23, number 22, and number 21 closed. And as you're going to see, here is the customs right here. The video goes on moving forward. You see the lanes right here. As they are closed, you see 5 or 6 customs. And then on the sudden, you see all the migrants coming in. Look at this. Through the port of entry. It's just, when is the Mexican government going to admit that they need to be addressing this situation? It is complicating for the people that they're going to work every day in the morning. I understand the necessity of the migrant. I really understand the desperation. But for God's sake, this is not the correct way. Who's educating these people? Who's educating these people? Who's telling them this is the correct way? It's just unbelievable. There's a question right here saying, did they get across? Yes, they did. They were arrested right here because this is not a pedestrian port of entry. This is not a pedestrian port of entry. It's not. So this has been continuously happening for everybody that is watching. This has been continuously an effect that has been happening, that people have been crossing irregularly through the port of vehicle entry. It has an effect. If you were waiting 5 hours to cross to the United States of America, imagine after that what it's going to happen. You're going to take more time and more time and more time. Listen to this. Watch this article. As you know, as everybody knows, that the only administration that is saying that is not a crisis, it is the leftists in the United States of America. And this is an article released by El Sol de Tijuana. We're saying Reynosa, there is another border that is connected to Texas. It says Reynosa lives a humanitarian crisis of migrants. And this is an actual picture of the situation right there. As the article goes and says, the enormous influx of migrants has turned into an all-time high. And they are arriving to the United States of America. And it says Reynosa, the friendly border, is living a humanitarian crisis. And it says the enormous influx of migrants, it does not stop. And it is pouring every day as people are being returned back to the border. And also they are arriving to the United States. There's a plaza that is called Plaza of the Republic. That is a tourist spot. That is an international port of entry. And they're located right there. Doesn't it sound familiar to what is happening in Tijuana that I just told you? That is a port of entry right here. That is called El Chaparral. That is the pedestrian port of entry. And if it is a pedestrian port of entry, why are they doing it exactly the same over there? Activists from the United States. I know that you're behind it. I know that you're behind it. But you got a president in the United States of America who says that he has the border under control. He just said it. He said that. I have the border under control. In the United States. And you got an incompetent president in Mexico who is not addressing the situation as the enormous people that they're migrating consistently. Where is the Institute National of Immigration taking control of people that they're arriving to the United States of America? These are people that they were waiting for years, Oscar. I know, I understand, but there's a lot of thousands of them that they are arriving right now that, how did they get from south of Mexico all the way to the north of Mexico? Is this a crisis or not? And a lot of these people are suffering. Yes, they are. A lot of the migrants are good. A lot of the migrants are real good people. A lot of the migrants, a vast majority, a lot of quantity of migrants, they come with good intentions. A lot of them, they come with bad intentions. A lot of them, they want to do things right. A lot of them, they want to do things wrong. Everybody deserves a second opportunity in life. and everybody deserves a second chance and a better opportunity to for a better life. But there's a process, and this is not a correct way. It is a broken system, as I have said so millions and millions of times. What the United Nations is doing, using people as cattle. I'm sorry. It is a reality. This globalization of immigration, it is using only people as cattle. And it is pushing them to do this, to migrate incorrectly to seas, deserts, mountains. It is just unbelievable. But you got the other side, on the other side of the United States, that they're saying this is not a crisis. No, we're good. We're not phenomenal. We're just at the borders controlled. You got Jen Psaki, saying, oh, yeah, with the borders controlled, everything is all right. And everything is perfectly done. There's nothing going on. Also, they were criticizing Trump because Trump had an agreement with the past president, with Mexican president, still president, unfortunately, AMLO. And they were criticizing Trump because he said, we need to militarize the border. So they used 15,000 of the National Guard of Mexico for around the country. And now you got Jen Psaki going, the same people that were criticizing Trump but saying, he's militarizing Mexico. The same people now, they want to militarize Mexico, double the number, 28,000 of National Guard. And they want to militarize Honduras with 7,500 National Guard. And they want to militarize Guatemala with 1,500. The same people that were criticizing Trump in the past administration for militarizing Mexico are the same people that they are militarizing, and they want to militarize Mexico, double the number. It is just so hypocritical, man. There's no crisis at the border. No, va a haber crisis. No es cierto, hombre. Todo está bien. Everything is okay. Phenomenal. Get a cocktail. It's just unbelievable. What people see when they arrive to the United States is, the suffering. They don't see the travesty. As I have interviewed people from Congo, from Nigeria, from Ghana, that they have migrated 9 countries to get to the border. 9 countries. Is that a correct way to migrate? Is that a correct way to migrate? Is that a correct way to do the process? This way. They don't have another way, Oscar Blue. So the globalization of immigration, it is a correct way. And it is continuous. This article was just released, as I'm reading it. It was just released on, where is it? Where's the date, man? It was released on the 27th of May. Today is the 27th of May. And today is the 27th of May, and you got the president of the United States of America, Joe Biden, is saying that the borders are controlled and there's no crisis anymore. There's no crisis anymore. So after seeing what we saw yesterday at, Anthony's live feed, and after seeing what we're seeing right now at every border, and after seeing what we have done, what we have broadcast for hundreds of times at every consistent border, and down south of Tapachula and everything, that we have broadcast, do we believe that Joe Biden has the borders under control? Of course he doesn't have the borders under control. Of course he does not. Absolutely not. And you know what is changing in the United States of America? What is changing in the United States of America is that the United States is becoming little by little like the corrupt system in Mexico. Thank you for joining. For everybody that is joining, God bless everybody that is watching. I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News and America's Boys News and different outlets. Thank you so much for joining. Buy me a coffee is on top of the link. If people want to contribute to our independent reporting, buy me a coffee is on top of the link. Thank you so much. So the United States is turning little by little, into something that is close and remotely close to what the system in Mexico is. Little by little, the United States is turning into a corrupt system like Mexico. Little by little. De poquito a poquito. Ahí van, ahí van, ahí van, ahí van. And nobody's putting attention to that particular detail. That the United States is becoming little by little corrupt like the Mexican government. Look at this article that it was released by the Center of Immigration Studies. It sounds a lot like Mexico. It says United States Customs and Immigration Service, the USCIS. This article, oh, by the way, this article was released on May 27 by Robert Law. Robert Law released this statement. And it says the United States Customs and Immigration Service to drop gang-related questions from green cards form. What the hell's going on? So let me just get this straight. Do you guys remember that the United States government the United States government, and also for people that are going to buy me a coffee, I will read your questions. If you guys want to ask a question and buy me a coffee, I can read it at the last part of the video. And also I can read your comments right there. You can follow me and support me right there. So, do you guys remember how the Democrats in the United States of America want to eliminate the word illegal alien? You guys remember that? So there has been two things that there are outrageous that the leftist Democrats want to do. One of them is, it is ultimately, one of them is the number one, the most stupidest one, that it was to stop militarizing Mexico, when I just said yesterday that the cartel Jalisco Nueva Generación, the CGNG cartel, was using drones with C4 explosives to drop on certain particular areas in the part of Michoacan. So the Democrats said, 18 Democrats sent a letter to Anthony Blinken to stop the militarization of Mexico. So Anthony Blinken can send it to the international relations guy, that is Marcelo Ebrard. So Marcelo Ebrard can say, oh, the United States is saying to stop militarizing Mexico with a silent S. The most stupidest thing that I ever heard in my life was that. So after that, it comes with elimination of illegal alien. Why they want to eliminate the term illegal alien? It is this real simple, people. If you eliminate the term, there's two federal crimes. There's two federal crimes in the United States of America when you enter illegally to the country. So that term right there, listen up. So if you enter through not a port of entry into the United States of America, it is called illegal entry. That is a federal crime. And if you re-enter again, it is called illegal re-entry. It is punishable under federal law. If you eliminate the word illegal alien, that means that crime is not going to exist. So entering illegally through not a port of entry, it is not going to be something that is illegal anymore. So, because you hear the AOC, Alexandria Ocasio statements, it is a prison crisis. So if it is a prison crisis, what are you going to do with all the people that are entering irregularly through the not a port of entry? You eliminate the term illegal entry. You eliminate the term that it says illegal. So that crime is not going to not exist anymore. So you eliminate that term, illegal alien. It is not only just by calling somebody illegal alien, it is eliminating a crime. eliminating a crime that is illegal alien, illegal entry. It is unbelievable. Somebody right here is un mexicano, and leave that comment, moderator. Leave that comment. Don't take it away. Don't take it away. Sol MX dice, ridículo, ya te haces ciudadano del otro lado y ya quieres hablar como blanco. No seas idiota y no seas estúpido. Primero que nada, déjame saludarte porque me estás insultando y yo tengo derecho a defenderme también. No soy ciudadano de los Estados Unidos. Para empezar, soy mexicano y soy 100% mexicano y orgullosamente nací aquí. Que a ti te guste hacer las cosas de manera irregular y manera ilegal es otra cosa, ignorante. Discúlpame. Pero ve y mírate en el espejo, ¿no? Antes de que le échale ganas, échale ganitas. So, going back to the topic. So you have these terms, that is illegal entry and illegal reentry. And they try to eliminate the term illegal. So you eliminate the term illegal so that crime that you were supposed to, be, that is a federal crime, it is going to be eliminated. Little by little, these kind of situations, they're resembling a lot to what is happening in Mexico. A lot to what is happening in Mexico. And it is so sad to hear these comments that you want to speak like a white man. This guy saying, quieres hablar como un blanco. Hablar inglés es hablar como un blanco. Qué tristeza de mexicano y qué cerebro. La verdad, qué bárbaro, qué barbaridad, qué tristeza me das. Let's concentrate on this. So it says the United States Customs and Immigration Service to drop gang-related questions to our green card form. So they want to eliminate a lot of stuff now. And my point of this, people, my point of this is that every time, little by little, people, the United States of America is turning into a corrupt system. Poquito a poquito. Ahí la llevan. Y se van a parecer al sistema corrupto de México. Ahí van. Little by little. They're turning into a corrupt system. Listen to this article right here. This article right here, released, and it is another one. That is just unbelievable. This article right here. What? Again, another article released by Center for Immigration Studies. It was released by Todd Bensman. I know that guy. May 27, 2021. Great article, by the way. Washington won't let the Border Patrol arrest human smugglers offloading aliens right in front of them. Oh, this is horrible, man. This is, I don't know if it can get a little bit more, I don't know if it can get worse. I don't know how, this can get even worse. But it's just unbelievable what the immigration law in the United States of America is turning little by little. Washington won't let the Border Patrol arrest human smugglers offloading aliens right in front of them. Why not? Why you don't want to arrest those people? Is there a law? Is there a specific reason? Is it more obvious to say, let them continue to do what they are doing and they have been doing for the rest of the time? Unbelievable what this article says. Look what it says right here on the bottom. It says, the Border Patrol agents working under the international bridge here got busy fast with processing duty after first 3 rubber rafts delivered their loads of illegal immigrant families. And it says right here, but with another raft about to land, the occupied Border Patrol supervisory agent and is on scene as the Texas Department of Public Safety, the DPS, officer to please go over and bring those immigrants in for processing, but to do so with this proviso. Don't arrest him. The supervisor warned about the raft paddler who will soon stand on U.S. soil within arm's reach of the DPS officer to land the immigrants. Holy cow, people. Oh my God. This comes to what I have been saying for quite some time, that the Border Patrol has become the Uber for the organized crime. The Border Patrol has become the Uber for the organized crime. It is just unbelievable. So the Border Patrol gets there. Your job now of the Border Patrol is not to protect the border. The job of the Border Patrol, for everybody that is a new applicant for a job at the Border Patrol, this is your job. Your job is not first and foremost. I believe that your job was going to be to protect your country and to protect your border. It has changed for a new applicant. Your job now is to process people and to receive people and to take them to a detention center. That is your job. That is your job. Your job is not to protect the border. Your job is to receive people, process people, and take them to the detention center. And that is a continuous effect, and going back and forth, going back and forth, going back and forth. That is your job. Your job is not to protect the border. No, your job is to process people. And if you don't process them with the correct sensibility, the correct way, you will be labeled as the most racist, fascist, narcissist, xenophobic, the terminology of the left, the ones that they use all the time. You will be labeled as that every day. But at the meantime, these Border Patrol agents are not going to arrest the leaders, that they are practically funding this situation to happen, but they can not arrest. That is called not arrest. They can process the people that they are searching for refugee and asylum. This is why I have been saying continuously, people, that the asylum and refugee cases is the most lucrative business that exists in the world. Is the most lucrative business right now. Asylum and refugee is the most lucrative business that exists in the world. And nobody is putting attention to that. Nobody is understanding the effect of how these repercussions are not, stopping it. Because a lot of people are saying, why is not being stopped? And it has to do with saying, a lot of people are saying, oh, Mexico government is not doing anything. Here you see the United States government also not doing anything about it. Mexican government is not doing anything. The Mexican president is not doing anything. The Mexican authorities at the border are not doing anything. Why are you not doing anything, Oscar Blue? For God's sake. Washington, it says right here, the article. Let me read it again for every single one of you. Is an article released by the Center of Immigration Studies on the 27th of May. That is today. And it says Washington won't let Border Patrol arrest human smugglers offloading aliens right in front of them. So it is. Is it only a problem that Mexico is not resolving? Question mark for everybody that is watching. It is only a problem that Mexico is responsible for? Who's provoking this? Unbelievable. It is just unbelievable. But the thing that bothers me the most is that I live over here in Tijuana. So I know what are the complications of migrating incorrectly through a non-port of entry, pedestrian port of entry. And what is happening continuously with people entering the port of entry into the United States of America, that is the vehicle port of entry, and entering through there is going to cause some effects. And it's going to cause some chaotic response from the Tijuana citizens. One way or another, it is coming. It happened when migrants tried to take over 5 lanes of the Sentry lane to cross the vehicle Sentry lanes. It happened. The local vendors and the merchants got tired of it, and they went over there and they kicked them out. So if this continues, if this continues again and again and again, and if this continues to people cross illegally through a vehicle port of entry, something is going to happen. I'm just telling you, heads up, because people are going to get tired of it. And people are going to get tired of it for the number one reason and simple fact that is just you're causing us to, it's an effect. The lane is slow. The customs are more meticulous with inspections. I'm late for work. It is just a second effect that is having on citizens that they are trying to cross legally to the United States of America. It is a reality, and it is actually happening. How's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News. Thank you so much for joining. Buy Me a Coffee is on top of the link if you guys want to contribute to our independent reporting and through our, our broadcast. Thank you so much for joining on this live feed. I just did a live feed right now in the morning with a really, talented and really nice lady. Her name is Wendy Bell Radio. She has a big platform, and we went on her platform and talked for a few minutes. And if you guys want to follow her, you can go to Wendy Bell Radio and watch that video over there that we did right now in the morning, an interview. It was a really good interview, and she is a phenomenal lady. She's a phenomenal lady. Thank you so much for all the people that are joining from her. They're coming from her platform to our platform. Thank you so much for following. Buy Me a Coffee is on top of the link. Let me read some comments from this particular platform. Now, this is something that a lot of people don't understand, and they don't want to admit this current situation, which is something that is really difficult right now to accept. Right now, my partner, Real Anthony Agüero, is live from Texas, and he's broadcasting, specifically what is actually the debris of clothing that a lot of these people are saying, oh, wow, Oscar, there's kids' clothing right there. Yes, it is. There's shoes from kids. Yes, they are. There's debris of condoms. Yes, there is. There's, women's clothing with, unfortunately, blood and all this. Yes, it is. You can hear screams at night and people yelling at night, help. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. It is actually happening. And it is more sad that you have another guy on the other side of the fence that he's saying, you know what, everything is under control. Everything is doing great. Everything, we're handling it correctly. Let me read some comments right here from Buy Me a Coffee. Shay, thank you so much. It says, thank you for all you do, Oscar. Thank you so much. Miss Brenda says, you're doing great, Oscar. Thank you so much, Miss Brenda. Miss Una Marie says, keep up the good work. We don't get news of south of Texas. Thank you so much. Miss Diane says, you're awesome, my friend. Thank you so much. Anonymous says, thank you, Oscar, for all you do. Truth matters. Thank you so much. Ms. Jackie says, I love the way you report. You put your feelings into it. Then you become funny. Thank you so much, Ms. Jackie. Thank you so much. God bless your heart. And another one is Ms. Jan says, thank you for all you do, Oscar. Oh, thank you so much, Ms. Jan. God bless your heart. If you guys want to follow me at that platform, you can become a supporter. And later on, we're going to start doing some podcasts in there. Thank you so much. Follow my partner, Real Anthony Agüero. You can follow him at every platform. You can follow him. You can follow also Ben Bergquan, Real America's Boys News, Will Johnson, Unite America First, and Miss Sarah Carter. And also now you can follow Ms. Wendy Bell from Wendy Bell Radio. You can follow her at her platform. Go over there if you guys want to hear, the news. Thank you so much. Stay safe. There's also a Teespring, a Teespring store right there. If you guys want to buy, a mug or whatever you want to buy right there, go to Teespring, right there, store of Oscar Blue Store. God bless you all. Hope that this information helps you in some way. Stay safe. And like we always say, people, peace and love, because always your country's first. God bless. Thank you so much.
ya van días y varias semanas.
He hasn't given no response, and it's been days and it's been weeks, and What do you think, Sarah, of this canyon right here?
It's absolutely incredible. I haven't been to Tijuana in a lot of years, and seeing how wide open it is. I mean, I don't know if you could turn the camera around and show everyone just how wide open it is. It's incredible.
A couple of questions. So. Ms. Rashida, what is your opinion on the massive child trafficking that is happening? Y espero logren su objetivo de la justicia a su país. Luchen por su país. Say the best, basically fight for your country. Están bloqueando el acceso. ¡Viva! La Policía Federal o la autoridad nos está deteniendo el acceso y nos está deteniendo el paso para poder cruzar hacia el Zócalo, señores.